Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are so excited that you're here. Just know that whoever invited you to the call must really care about you to want you to know about this technology. I will be your host this evening. I'm Nikki McCutchen, and the call will be for 30 minutes. What we're going to be talking about is this amazing technology called X39. And here is, I still have it on my elbow in that weird position. And I show people, and then you have to see my armpit. Like, just stop doing that. The recording, people are probably like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with her? So there's what it looks like. That's what I'm going to be talking to you about is the X39 and going through that. And before that, we just want to go through our medical disclaimer. What we'll be sharing is for informational purposes only. All LifeWave products are not intended to treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent any disease. If you're on medications or have medical conditions or are pregnant or nursing, please check with your practitioner first. And with that, the first kind of thought I want to plant in your brain and just have you think about as I'm talking is if there was a technology that could safely and effectively work naturally and be affordable, would you be open to it? And hopefully, what I'm going to prove to you tonight is this is just that technology. So, with that, I'm going to explain how this tiny little patch that is completely non transdermal. What that means is that it is completely sealed on both sides. There is nothing that transfers from the patch into your body. Most people are used to an estrogen patch, a nicotine patch, some type of patch that is transferring something from the patch and into your body. This technology does not do that. It is completely the way that it works is through our own body's infrared light. We emit a low grade infrared light that gets reflected off of that patch back into our body. So, what this process is called is photobiomodulation. That's just a big word for light making change in the body. You all already know exactly what this process is because every time you step out into the sun and the sun hits your skin and it hits your eyes, it tells your body to make vitamin D for that vitamin D in your body to go and do what it was designed to do. And so that's exactly what happens with this patch through photobiomodulation is we emit a low-grade infrared light. So now it's not the sun that we need. We then become the source. We are the light source. We are the heat source. So when you look through night vision goggles, like in a movie, and you see all those pretty colors that get generated, they call that a heat signature. What it actually is a low grade infrared light. That light is then reflected back from this patch on a crystal lattice structure that's made up of amino acids, crystals, waters, salts, and sugars that reflects back at a certain frequency to target specific peptides, telling them to get up and working the way that they were designed. So, because this infrared light gets emitted out of our bodies anywhere, you can actually wear this technology anywhere you want to on the body. We do have clinically tested spots. We have over 90 clinical studies. There's over 150 patents. So you can't get a patent if your technology does not do what it says that it's going to do. So we have over 150 patents that say that it does that. We've been around for 20 years. We're regulated under the FDA as a general wellness product only. Okay. And so that's why we're all talking about support, how it can support your body, what it can do for your body, and help support different body systems. So if you have an issue, that's why I have mine on my elbow, which I'm always like showing you, in a weird way. You can place it anywhere on your body because if you have a spot of pain, if you can put it there. You can put it anywhere on the body that you want to. But there are clinically tested spots. There's a little booklet that comes with your order that shows you those clinically tested spots. But it doesn't matter because the infrared light is
70 West, I think.
it comes out of your body everywhere. So you can wear that patch anywhere on your body that you would like to. The peptide that gets activated is called GHK copper peptide. So this copper peptide is amazing. It does so many things in the body. If you go and Google GHKCU, GHK copper peptide, you're going to get a very long list of things that this peptide actually supports in the body. So it was actually found over 50 years ago. if you are a science nerd like me and kind of want to geek out, this is a book written by the scientist who found it. So GHK carpopeptide for skin and hair and beauty by Lauren Picard. Okay. So he found this over 50 years ago. So there's 50 years of research on what this peptide actually does. So when you go and you look that up or on PubMed or on a Google search, that's why there are so many things that are going to come up because they have been researching this peptide for over 50 years now. Okay. So I'm going to take you through just a few of the things that it does. The list is very long. The first one I'm going to talk about is that it activates dormant stem cells. Every cell in your body was once a stem cell. So when you activate dormant stem cells, you can have any type of positive health benefit go on in your body. What happens with our body as we age is by the time we're 30, half of our stem cells go dormant. By the time we're 60, we only have 10% of our stem cells any longer active. So you can see between 30 and 60, all of the different things that start happening, the aches, the pains, the illness, the disease, all these things that start happening, it's because our stem cells go dormant. So if we can get those dormant stem cells up and working on our behalf, the way that they were designed, it can have your body can have the support that it needs to do what it was designed to do. Okay. So another thing that happens is GHK copper peptide supports the cardiovascular system. Okay, so every part of the cardiovascular system at the mitochondrial level. So it supports your heart, it supports your blood vessels, it supports the lining of your blood vessels. So you can have all kinds of wonderful positive health benefits. It's why when we started this technology, my husband had a blood pressure of 148 over 96, and they wanted him to be on blood pressure medication. He was terrible. I mean, he had this when he was in his 30s. He's now 53. He's had it all this time. And he was terrible on and off medication, just never really kind of did anything. We started this technology. Within just a few weeks, it had already come down to about 136 over 92. So it was already starting to come down. Then, he didn't even want to check it anymore. So we just didn't mess with it. We had someone come out a couple weeks ago now, and just to do or redo our insurances. And so took blood. She asked him if he was a runner. Okay. My husband walks and runs maybe once or twice a week. And I was completely shocked because his heart rate was so low. And then she took his blood pressure, 118 over 82. Okay, we have done nothing else but this technology, nothing else. So when I tell you that it supports the cardiovascular system at every level, it does that. And I see this far and wide. It happened to people many, many times. Okay, so help with blood pressure all the time because of the support of the cardiovascular system. So that's two main body systems that I've told you about now. Activating dormant stem cells and the cardiovascular system. It also elevates collagen. So a high quality collagen is going to be at least 5 types of collagen. We actually have 19 different types of collagen in our body. So when we support that collagen from the base, we're not just benefiting hair, skin, and nails, we're benefiting our bones, our muscles, our tissue. Everything is getting benefited because collagen is foundational to the structure of our bodies. So 4 major body systems. Because it supports that collagen, we also have benefits in wound healing. So any type of scar, I know people who have had cesarean scars. I know Vicky can attest to this, who's on the call tonight. That her cesarean scar completely has went away. And it was from years ago before using this technology. I've heard that multiple times. So it remodels scar tissue. If you just had surgery, so I had surgery while I was on the technology, tore my Achilles tendon. My doctors and my physical therapists were shocked at how quickly my scar healed and how you can hardly even tell that there is a scar there, that I even had surgery in that area because of the wound healing properties of the supportive collagen that gets elevated. So it also remodels that scar tissue, which helps in all of those cases that I just talked about. Okay, so that's 3 major, right? I went 3: stem cells, cardiovascular system, collagen, your immune system. 4 major body systems that are now supported by GHKCU. As we age, we all want support in our immune system. We all want that kind of help. So we're exposed to things all the time. Well, we want our body to work optimally. And so when our immune system is working optimally, when we are exposed to things, that means that we won't get sick as much, we won't stay sick as long. We're fighting things off, and that happens every single day of our lives, that we have that design in us. So I believe that our bodies are designed to heal. And so when we support them properly, when we can activate GHK copper peptide in our bodies, anything is possible. Okay. Those are just 4 major body systems. Okay. So the only thing that compares that's even close to this technology is a stem cell injection. Okay. So a stem cell injection is going to be invasive. It's going to cost thousands and thousands of dollars, depending on how many they tell you that you need to get, depending on where you need to go to get it. And it usually is only going to affect one area with that type of injection. And we don't even know if it's always going to work. I've talked to multiple people where theirs haven't even worked. I've talked to lots of people where theirs have worked. But if they can activate GHK copper peptide, how many then no longer need that injection? I can tell you I've seen that time and time again as well. People considering stem cell injections that now no longer need them. Okay. So even though that's the only thing that's even close to comparison, that stem cell injection does not support your cardiovascular system. It does not support your collagen production. It does not support your immune system. It actually then your immune system has to go live and active to then even support what's now been injected into your body. So anyway, it's not does not even come close to your own body's design, your own body system that is already there. And we have this technology that can activate and repair and have that technology, that GHK copper peptide working the way that it was designed. So how we recommend
I
that
have a
you
question. Where do the the stem cells that go into the injection, where do they get those?
It depends. So if you're working with someone who does stem cell injections, it just totally depends. So there are ethical ways to do that where they're using something called PRP, where they spin your own blood and re-put that back in. Or in my opinion, unethical ways that's using, cord blood or things like that to do that. And those are all personal decisions. That's just kind of how I feel about it. But it just depends on the person who's using the
Yeah,
technology. This,
I think I have an issue with like the fetal stem cell. Anyway, but this has nothing to do with that. I was just kind of curious. Thank you.
yes, absolutely. Yes, I agree with you. So it's something that's important to consider, I think, when you're considering those types of technologies. So basically, what we recommend is when you utilize this technology, you want to use it 1 month for every decade you are old. Okay. So if you're 50, you want to use it for 5 months to really see what the body is going to be able to do with the technology. This is completely natural. Okay. Nothing is transferring from the patch into the body. It's your own body's GHK copper peptide that are turning on those dormant stem cells. Those have been there. It's just the natural body's aging process for those stem cells to go dormant. So we can get those up and running again. All right. So 1 month for every decade you are old, it's completely natural. So I would never expect for someone to start wearing our technology and to all of a sudden start feeling better instantly, because we're talking about stem cells, depending on your age, that have been dormant for a really long time. Okay. When I use this technology on people in their 20s, it is amazing to me because literally I can put a patch on them and they have an ache and a pain that instantly goes away. It's absolutely incredible. But as we age, those stem cells go dormant. So it's going to take longer for us to experience the technology and what might happen to you. Doesn't mean that you won't feel something right away, because some people do. We call them one patch wonders. It does happen. But I would never expect that. 1 month for every decade you are old. So I'm going to open the chat here and see what questions we have. So if you have a question, if you want to put it in the chat. Okay, how many patches can you use at one time? With the X39, the recommendation is just one. Okay, if you want to wear more than one X39, you can do that. it's going to elevate that copper peptide by about an additional 20%. So really that comes down to a financial decision of what you would want to do with that technology. We do have other patches, and usually we're going to make a recommendation on you adding some of those other supplemental supportive patches to the X39. It is our foundational product. If you are new to this call tonight, we are going to direct you to patchtheway.com. There is tons of information. You'll find all of the patents, all of the clinical studies. You're going to find 2 short videos that basically share with you what I'm talking about with the technology, what I went over, photobiomodulation, and then how the patch actually works. Then there's all kinds of great testimonial videos. So I just told you a short one about me and my husband, but there's all kinds of amazing stories on there, stories about doctors who are using it with their clients and what they're seeing. So yeah, yes, thank you, Vicki, for answering that. As many patches as you want. Did you say, sorry, I can't ever get this. I don't know, my technologically challenged self. As many as you want. So yeah, Vicki says she wears 10 to 12 patches every single day. So I don't think I wear that many, but yes, but I do
She
wear
wants to be
quite a
young,
few.
quick.
That's right.
Question.
Yes. Yes, sir.
You said age. So at what age does it stop working, or you're not going to get the stem cells to do anything anymore?
Yes, I love that question. Absolutely great question. So your stem cells just go dormant. If you did not have any stem cells any longer working for you, you would die.
Wow.
Even in your 80s, in your 90s, you can wear this technology. And obviously, you have very little stem cells left that are working because that's the normal aging body process. But this will help get those up and going again.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's definitely, so what we're talking about is not just anti-aging. We're truly talking about age reversal, because when we can activate stem cells, anything can be rejuvenated in the body. It's why you hear all the rage about stem cell technology, whether they're ethical, unethical, whatever it might be. It's why there's all this rage around it, because people are getting amazing results with this kind of technology. And this is completely non-invasive and so affordable, pennies on the dollars compared to any other type of stem cell technology that you're looking at. And like I said, you're not getting the support that a stem cell injection does not support all the other body processes. If you go to Lauren Picard, he has a website. It's called Reverse Aging with GHK.com, Reverse Aging with GHK. And he's going to list even more. He's going to talk about how the brain is supported. He's going to talk about how the nerves are supported with GHK. So like I said, there is a very long list of things that are supported with GHK copper peptide. Okay, Sandy, I think has a great story for us. Okay, so Nikki Chan patched a 101-year-old woman in pain that was about to be sent to hospice, but instead, in 1 week, she went to a nursing home and had her pain significantly reduced. So thank you for sharing that, Sandy. Yes. So it doesn't matter what age we are. With this technology, we can get dormant stem cells up and running. Any other questions?
Can I add something?
Please do.
The technology always works no matter how old or how young we are. And the thing is that if you want to feel the aging process, that's when you stop using the technology. I want all the benefits and then some.
Yes.
So age reversal is real.
Well, another question. Sorry. Did you finish? I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you? That lady? No.
Go ahead.
Okay. So when you finish using it for 12 hours, so are you supposed to take a break for 12 hours and then continue again for 12 hours?
Just talking.
So you want to do 12 hours on. Thank you. That is one thing I forgot to say. 12 hours on and 12 hours off. So 12 hours on to activate and repair, and then 12 hours off, because what happens is this little patch is signaling your body. So infrared technology, okay, red light therapy, it's telling your body to start working. It's signaling it, saying, mitochondria, get going. You need to get up and working the way that you were designed to work. Okay. Just like when we go and we do our day, we need to sleep at night so that our bodies can rest and regenerate. So that happens the same way with this technology. So you want to give it a 12-hour break so that it's not having that constant signaling and telling it to work.
So one more question. So my wife has some on her skin because she's got skin cancer. She has some wounds, let's say. And so if she puts this on, you say eventually it's going to heal them?
Yeah, so I can't say that I cannot guarantee you or say that it's going to do anything for your body. What I can tell you is that the body will turn on the GHK copper peptide, and her own body will then send that GHK copper peptide to what area she is in most need of. So how the body works is it works in a triage effect, meaning that it's going to send stem cells to the area most needed for life to keep you alive. So if whatever's going on with her, if that's in her brain, her heart, her liver, if it's in one of those areas, she may not feel it working because you're saying she's got these sores on her that are external. Okay, her body may be able to handle the sore that's open, okay, because she needs support to stay alive in her heart or in her liver or in her brain. So she may not feel that. So it could take longer for those sores to get closed. But I will tell you, we have tons of pictures of, skin issues and sores that are then closed and that are helped very quickly because it also supports collagen production. So it allows the skin to be supported the way that it needs to be supported to close those and protect our bodies the way that our skin protects our bodies. The other thing is that GHK copper peptide turns on apoptosis. You will find this on that reverseagingwithghk.com. You'll find this on Lauren Picard's website. It talks about how it turns on the apoptosis, which is programmed cell death of cancer cells. It is our natural body's process, apoptosis, of moving those cancer cells out. So when a cell becomes mutated and is not working properly, apoptosis is what pulls those things out of our body so that they do not affect us in a way that is damaging to our body. So GHK supports that natural body process.
Cool.
Yes. Very cool.
Hey, Nikki,
Yes, sir.
you said that you can get 20% by adding patches, and it turns into a economic decision, but also that there could be additional things that you mentioned you may cover. There's more by having other patches, but the patch location right behind the neck there,
Yes, sir.
that's the standard spot?
So that is one of the clinically tested spots for the X39 is on the back of the neck, the C7. So when you bend your neck down and you feel that little bump that sticks up, that's cervical vertebrae 7. That's one of the clinically tested spots, and then below the belly button with the X39. But
Okay.
because the infrared light comes out of our bodies everywhere, you can actually wear the patch anywhere you like to. So if you have a pain in your knee, a pain in your low back, a pain on your elbow, you can wear it in any of those spots that you would like to. Does that make sense?
Nikki, I'd like to make a comment.
Yes.
My dog has lymphoma, and I was putting the X39 on the inside of both her back legs, and I also put it on the inside, just around the neck area on the front of her. It slowed down her cancer. And also I put one on her forehead, which is also helping her to breathe because she started having problems breathing. But by adding the 39, the 4 of them, and also I put in, that's all the ones I use. No, the Eon. I also put the Eon right at her ears. and she really turned around. And I've got
Excellent.
4 good months.
Seven, what did they call
Right.
it?
Because the vet said that they didn't expect her to live past a month of when they first diagnosed her. And that was back in June, and she's still here.
Praise the Lord. That's awesome. Yeah, thank you for sharing. So yeah, so Neff, Vicky was recommending that also with your wife's condition, the X39, the carnosine, and the glutathione. So Peter, you were asking about other patches. So we do have supportive patches. Sometimes I do talk about that on this call, and of course I can answer questions on any of those. The main thing that I do on this call is really make sure people understand the X39. But like Linda was talking about, she also patched her dog with Eon. Eon is our anti-inflammation patch as well as our anti-stress patch. It is what we call our dynamic duo. So you've got the X39, you've got the Eon. Those two combined are fabulous. And here's why. Because in your body's inflammation system, those stem cells, anytime you have any type of inflammation, the stem cells are attracted to inflammation, but inflammation eats stem cells. Okay. So if you have less stem cells because of your age, you really need help with that inflammation. The X39 is going to the GHK copper peptide helps to support your inflammation by 30%. So it helps to reduce some inflammation. When you combine it with the Eon patch that activates a peptide in your liver that is specific to inflammation, now you have this powerhouse team that are coming in to where the Eon is reducing that inflammation, that peptide is reducing that, bringing that inflammation down. And when the GHK copper peptide sends those dormant stem cells to that area to regenerate, they are no longer getting eaten up so fast. Okay, that's why that team is so fabulous. And so, yes, so Peter, we have multiple other supportive patches that you can use with the X39, but the X39 is our foundational patch because of that long list of things that I told you that GHK copper peptide does, along with the fact that it activates stem cells. So when you do that, you have what your body needs to really, truly regenerate anything going on with you.
Mm.
Any other questions?
No, thanks.
Yeah,
That's
so
great. I have an Eon on right now too, but my wife's been doing this a little bit longer, and so I have that on my elbow.
Awesome. Yeah, you can move the Eon around anywhere as well, and you can wear it.
That's where it hurts.
Yeah, yes, yes. Yeah, and so did you notice a reduction in the pain when you put the Eon on there?
I have, because I'll wake up at night and I don't know what is the source of these. But anyway, yes, I did notice, and then I was like, did that really work? But then I didn't have it on. And it depends if I go to the gym and so forth. It's kind of interesting. I'm actually doing an experiment on myself to, have my own little testimonial going.
Excellent. And so you're also wearing the X39, correct?
Yeah, I got it on. I have that, and I put a 49 below my belly button. And I haven't been switching them. Because Ed was saying switch it. He did say that, and Vicky, but I've just been putting it behind my neck because I'm looking for the quick. I'm 60, so I got 6 months to go here.
Yes, yes, which is why, yes, like when we start getting our age, we're like, okay, and I'm going to wear all the patches because I want all the benefits because I want this to happen as fast as possible.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
well, I would calculate it even on, some of those first kits, they're like $3.33 a patch or $3.30.
yes,
It's
yeah,
not cheap. So you got to think
yes,
about
that's
what you're
up.
doing.
yes,
And
yeah, and
that's
yes,
up.
Nat.
But sorry. So let me ask you something. Between the X39 and the X49, which one would be better to use? Because obviously we can't use them all because it's too much money, right? Let's be
Right.
realistic here, right? So which one? I'm an active person. I ride bicycle. I do all kinds of sports. So, and I'm always getting hurt too. And I also got hit by a car riding a bicycle. So anyway, that's another story. So I'm trying to get back on track? I mean, I have been writing anyway, but which one do you recommend between the 39 and the 49?
Absolutely. That's a great question. And so our X39, it is always what we start with. The reason that is because GHK copper peptide and all of the things that it does. AHK copper peptide is what the X49 activates, which is a daughter peptide to GHK. Okay. So what happens with AHK is it's more specific. So with GHK copper peptide, what we're talking about is pluripotent stem cells, meaning those stem cells can go anywhere and become anything your body needs. AHKCU, the stem cells that it activates are more specific types of stem cells. So they're going to be bone. So in studies, you can look at our studies, they increase bone density and stop bone loss. Okay. They also help to support muscles, tendons, and ligaments. So any kind of lactic acid buildup. So definitely our athletes are always, they love X49, as well as women who are concerned with their bone density. It's a great ad for that as well. But GHK copper peptide, those stem cells can become any stem cell you need. So if you're going to just pick one patch, it's always X39. Okay. If you're going to pick an added patch to that, depending on your goals, if you're athletic or super active, it might be the X49. If you have a lot of inflammation in your body or a lot of pain, then I would recommend the Eon instead. So those would be kind of maybe your decisions on how you would want to do that. But yes, I would say look at, instead of, figure out what else. If you get a cup of coffee a day, maybe you want to cut that coffee. Maybe you want to fast a dinner or a lunch or something like that, to where you're not spending money on that, to where you can actively support your health with some of this technology as well. So if you break it down, there are definitely ways that this can be very affordable for what your goals might be for your health. And there's nothing else out there that you can do that is this affordable to activate dormant stem cells and to actually reverse age. Pretty much everything else you're looking at is so very, very costly to do what we're talking about this technology can do for you.
I agree, because I also do other things for my health. But so I've been doing the X39 and the ice wave. Isn't the ice wave supposed to be for pain?
Yes, yes. So
That's the
ice wave,
combination that I'm using, both.
okay. Yeah, that's great. If you have pain, sometimes people, if they use the X39 and just the Eon, that pain can get significantly reduced so that they don't have to use the ice wave. I have had people that just by using the X39 and the Eon, their pain is now gone, so they don't have to use the ice wave. The ice wave is for those of us that are in significant pain or have pain that they just do not want to deal with and they want it to go away, to try to bring it down even farther or cause it to completely go away. So
Right.
I would always start with X39 and Eon, see how you do with those two, and then as needed, use the ice wave. So ice wave just breaks the pain frequency. It's not actually regenerating anything. It's really more of a band-aid, so to speak, to the condition versus actually getting the regeneration that happens with X39 and Eon.
Okay, so I should. Well, I ordered the Eon too, but I haven't received it. So I started with the pain and the 39. So those are the two. So I guess in my condition, it would probably be beneficial for me to use the 49 and the Eon to keep, because I'm so crazy doing
Active,
stuff.
yeah. Now,
And
did you notice a reduction in pain with the ice wave? Did that happen?
yeah, I kind of felt it. Yeah, because I also
Okay.
have a shoulder pain, and I kind of noticed that it kind of diminished the pain a little bit. But then again, I just started. I'm
Yeah.
a rookie at this.
Yeah, no,
Wait
you're
till you
doing
add
great.
the Eon to that.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Add the Eon to that. She's saying add the Eon to that.
Right.
And so since you don't have the Eon yet, I would even just say try the X39 and the X49 right on those pain spots, or like one on the pain spot and then one through the body if you said it was in your shoulder, to see if you even maybe don't need the ice wave just with those two patches. Sometimes that happens for people as well. So that's something you could try.
Right. Okay. And I also do acupuncture. I do chiropractic. I do all these things because of my
Awesome.
condition. But
Yeah.
I keep I don't stop. I keep doing exercise and working out and because I don't want to stop.
Exactly. Yes, I love that. And that's excellent. And because you do all of those other amazing modalities, that's going to help this technology work even better. And so
Right.
we also just, and I'm sure because you're so active, you're really careful with your hydration. That's super key. Uh, uh, I just lost it. Ounces, half your body weight in ounces.
Yeah.
For any kind of activity. So half your body weight in ounces of water to be optimally healthy. If you sweat, if you exercise, if you're wearing patch technology, you're going to want to drink even more than that. So keep
Yeah.
that in mind.
Oh,
Yes. One more thing before I forget. Could you put that book on the screen so I could take a picture of it?
Absolutely. Yes.
Hold on. Let me get my phone. It's not working right now. Hold on.
Okay, I'll have to talk once you get, and I gotta
Yeah. Hold on.
find the right.
It went away. It went away, the book.
Okay,
Okay.
try this.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes. Thank you so much, everybody, for being on the call tonight. We are a little bit over time, so I am going to close this out, but please make sure that you get back to whoever invited you to the call tonight. If this is your first time hearing about this, please tell them that you're ready to get started on the technology. Please do go to patchtheway.com. So that's PATCH, the way, all one word together.com. And you can learn all about the other technology that we have. There's a button there. You can learn more about GHKCU, copper peptide. You can learn more about Lauren Picard. You can watch so many great videos of all the kinds of things that that's happening with them with this technology. So we are so blessed that you chose to take 30 minutes out of your schedule and be here with us tonight. So with that, please get back to the person who invited you to the call. Definitely, we are here to continue to answer your questions and help you get started with this technology. So we pray blessing over each and every one of you. Good night, everyone. Thanks for
Good
joining
night.
us.
Thank you.
good night. God bless.
Absolutely. God
Thank you.
bless.
Thank you.